This is News Talk 1400 KFRU, and it's nice to welcome into the studio two representatives of adult education, also online education at Columbia College. My guests are Dr. Gary Massey, who is the Dean for Adult Higher Education. Good to be able to welcome you into the studio. Also, Ernie Wren, Assistant Dean for Adult Higher Education on the online campus. Let's start with Dr. Massey. How does online education play a role in adult higher education?
It provides a flexibility for busy adult students. We have 35 nationwide campuses, and in the past, if a student moved away from one of those campuses, they would have to change colleges or start all over, basically. 18 of our campuses are on military bases, and when the soldiers would get deployed, again, they would have to put their education on hold. The online campus provides a great flexibility for those folks. They no longer have to stop out and if you're deployed for a year, you can take your classes even if you're in a combat zone. We have many of those students, so provides a flexibility for busy adults today. They are regular structured classes. There's homework, exams, there are weekly deadlines, discussion threads, which is a very important part of the course, interactive. I've taught in-seat for many years, and I've taught online for the last 7 years. I tell people that I feel a closer bond to my online students than I did my in-seat students, and it's hard for people to grasp that, but it is very interactive. It is not an electronic correspondence course. We've been around for 10 years, and initially, not just us, but everyone thought, well, the online courses would be easier. Today, if you ask a student if they took a course because it was easier, an online course, they will say no. If somebody says that, they'll do it one time. It's not easier.
Ernie Wren, help us understand and give me the flavor. First of all, some examples of what you offer online. What are the course offerings online?
The offerings that we offer online will be 20 different types of degree programs, which will range anywhere from degrees in psychology, history, so forth. We're working on our graduate degree programs. We offer the graduate degree programs, the MBA, Masters in Criminal Justice, as well as the MAT for teachers. With online, you're interacting with every student. Sometimes when I taught in-seat, I might have 5 students that dominated discussions. With the online format, we have students that all have to participate. And another great thing is that these students in a business class, say, might be from California as well as New York. I had one from England. So you get a great deal of diversity that you might not normally have in seat.
So if I take an online course, I'm expected to be at my computer online at a specific time, a certain number of times during the week?
No, these are asynchronous courses. And
what's that mean, asynchronous?
We don't have to be on at the same time. We have students in all 50 states and 14 different countries, so I teach online now, so I will go on in the morning before work. I'll check my classes. I'll check them off and on during the evening. So if you're a student in Hawaii, 4 or 5 hours different, you're checking your classes at your convenience, uploading homework, taking your midterm or final exam. If you're in Iraq, they're 8 or 9 hours the other way. So everyone is on during the day, but not necessarily at the same time.
But they can still react to each other's comments, and I can see, but it's not real-time reaction. In other words, it's not like a professor sending back a message and saying, now, what do you think of that? Now let me ask you here in this other area that way.
We call them threaded discussions, and each week there will be 1 or 2 topics that every student has to discuss, but they're also required to comment on what other students say. Any given week, I may have 300-plus discussion threads between the students. The students will tell each other in week 1 in the introductions, if this is your first time with an online class, let me warn you, don't get behind, stay up with the reading. So a good online student will be focused and have good time management skills. Online
classes, Ernie, are not for everyone.
No, they are not, and that's true with any student. They have to know their strengths and weaknesses. For me, if I were going to take, say, Math 170, finite math, I might wish to try to take it in-seat. However, there's other students that do extremely well with math online. So it comes down to your strengths, and as Gary said, we have campuses nationwide, so that if they need to take NC, they can. And our instructors are exceptional at providing the additional support needed to these students. So if the students do say, I have this weakness, they will tend to work with it.
How many students are there that take online classes with Columbia College?
Well, last year we had 21,000 students that took at least one course. Course enrollments last year we had over 70,000. The session we're in right now, we have 5 8-week sessions a year, and we have over 11,000 students taking at least one online course right now as we speak.
Do they happen all year round, or are they tied in also with the school calendar?
We have 5 8-week sessions because the main campus here is on the traditional fall spring semester. So all of our nationwide campuses and the online campus have the same schedule. We start and stop 5 times a year at the same time because some of our students will take an NC class and an online class at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so we want things to start and stop at the same time.
10 years ago, how many colleges or universities were doing this?
Well, I don't have a number for you. Not many.
Couldn't have been very many 10 years ago in the year 2000, even though that's, you think 2000, everything was up to date and everything going well at 2000, but I don't think so.
No, and the folks involved in the online program, we attend conferences, and I always feel good when I leave one of those conferences because these folks are from great colleges and universities from around the country and around the world, and they're talking about issues that we worked through 3 and 4 and 5 years ago. So I feel like we really are ahead of the game.
Congratulations on the success of a decade of doing this. I think it's terrific, and it really does broaden the outreach of Columbia College from right here. If people wanted to find out more about online classes, they go to the website and then go to Adult Higher Ed, or is there an online direct link?
The CCIS.EDU is a website, and when you get there, you'll have the option of the online campus, nationwide campuses, and a world of information on the website. So we try to get prospects and students to go there.
CCIS.EDU.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, Gary Massey. Thank you. Dean for Adult Higher Education at Columbia College, and Ernie Wren, Assistant Dean for Adult Higher Ed and Online Campus. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.